Okay, good. So hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for the Belgian Broadcast Day, and thanks of course to the organizers for having us here today. My name is Guillaume, and I will introduce you to our latest innovations involving IP equipment, and I will talk more specifically about KAIROS, as you mentioned, which is our brand new IP IT platform that is now available on the market. So as a quick introduction, I would like just to talk a bit about the current market situation. I guess that all of you will agree that today the external pressures are very great, and we are basically currently facing massive disruption in our businesses. It's initially triggered by a whole range of emerging trends and technologies, and it's now massively accelerated by the COVID-19 situation. So technology trends like IP transition, remote production, and so on are now boosted by social distancing, and all of us need, to adapt quickly. So all organizations, I would say, need to explore new ways to adapt. From our side at Panasonic, as manufacturers, we can say that more than ever, innovation in technology continues to rewrite the possibilities for business. So this is what we are doing all the time at Panasonic, innovating and bringing to the market new technologies and solutions in order to help our customers as much as possible to overcome specific problems or adapt quicker to new constraints. So how to innovate and optimize is definitely at the core of our R&D activities, and our Panasonic Smart Life production lineup is a good example of this. So behind our Smart Life production concept is the notion of Panasonic going beyond the development of simply making great products in themselves. For many years, we have been devoted to enhancing the usability of the products, making integration into pre-existing systems easier, and in doing so, providing, of course, cost efficiencies as well to our customers. So in a nutshell, Smart Life production at Panasonic includes PTZs and system cameras, tracking systems, switchers, IP platform, in addition to projection, of course, and professional displays. So I will now briefly introduce you to some concrete innovations that we are bringing to the market to help solving current problems. Let's start with our brand new UV100 PTZ camera. On top of offering 4K 50p and 12G SDI at an affordable pricing, it also introduces the adoption of protocols like high bandwidth NDI for the first time, and SRT as well to facilitate remote production, and also the 3D protocol, which contributed greatly to make AR and VR affordable and accessible for much more customers in the market. We have also released the final version of our 8K ROI system, which is an automatized and next-generation production tool for local and remote production, which allows to provide up to 5 different virtual camera shots from a single camera position by cropping into its 8K canvas. So today, as you mentioned, let's focus more on KAIROS, our new IT IP platform. So we just released KAIROS on the market from this month. And this is a new generation IP live video processing platforms that enables unprecedented productivity for broadcast studios and also for live events. Basically, KAIROS breaks free of the boundaries that come with traditional hardware, allowing productions to become even more flexible, dynamic, and powerful. Panasonic here has again demonstrated great innovation capabilities with this new platform. Traditional approach is to send baseband signals to specialized hardware products, processing these signals using dedicated hardware boards. Current approach on the market is to make the transition from baseband to IP signals. However, dedicated hardware is usually still required, which is costly and brings many limitations. So with KAIROS, Panasonic goes IP and at the same time uses IT components and software processing, opening the way to a new level of performance. One of KAIROS' strongest features is to be fully resolution and format independent. It is also based on the latest technology in software and CPU and GPU processing, allowing to get access to performances currently impossible to get with traditional hardware-based products. KAIROS can operate with standard resolution and formats like HD and UHD, of course, but also with non-traditional formats, such as 32:9 for an LED backdrop display, for example. The size of the canvas is freely set by the operator, and it's rendered live. So it allows KAIROS to be used as a broadcast switcher and also as a presentation switcher. On top of being resolution independent, KAIROS acts like a Photoshop style tool for live compositing and allows to manage freely an unlimited number of video layers in real time. With KAIROS, scenes replace the traditional concept of mix effect, and layers replace the traditional concept of key. So one single KAIROS server allows to create in a very short time very intricate compositions that would prove extremely difficult to create with traditional hardware products. KAIROS is also the center part of the ecosystem, and it's what we call a platform. It's not a dedicated product. It's not a dedicated tool. It can serve many purposes instead. As you can see, it can easily ingest IP feeds in ST2110 or NDI from our cameras, PTZs or studio cameras, as well as any SDI or HDMI signals, of course. Thanks also to open APIs and various protocol support, such as Ember Plus or NMOS, KAIROS will be easy to integrate in existing environment as well. I will also address many markets with the KAIROS platform. And the first version, as I mentioned, can be used as a broadcast switcher and a presentation switcher. And on top of that, on the same platform, many more features will be added along the way for the months and years to come. So basically, what you get with KAIROS is one platform and many applications, and that means a truly future-proof IP system. So here is KAIROS in a nutshell. It's based on a unique, groundbreaking software development and relies on CPU and GPU in terms of processing power, offers true uncompressed video processing and uncompressed 4K inputs, uses PTP or Precision Time Protocol, gives access to full support of baseband and IP signals all at the same time, gives access to a user-friendly software-based interface. Platform offers a super low one-frame latency processing. It's the first on the market, and it's making it an extremely powerful tool in all contexts and applications, especially for live. And last but not least, as we mentioned, KAIROS acts like a Photoshop-style tool for live compositing, giving access to unlimited video layers. So I'm pleased to say that KAIROS is now available on the market, and we actually are starting shipments from this month. So to help understand better what KAIROS can offer, we made this short explanation video showing how KAIROS is used as a broadcast switcher and a presentation switcher while covering an esports event. The quality of the network might affect the quality of the video, so bear with us. Hopefully it will run smoothly, and we will also copy paste for you a link to the video in the chat section, I guess, the link to YouTube. So if the video through the platform is not good enough for you, please feel free to watch it now or later on YouTube. It's only a few minutes long. Gives a full explanation that is hopefully going to be much better than my PowerPoint. And right after the video, we come back for the QA.
Esports is one of the fastest growing sectors for live entertainment, and Panasonic has developed a true glass-to-glass solution from capture to delivery. becoming the go-to supplier for esports video production. Let's take the example of a recreated esports setup to have a look at how KAIROS, Panasonic's brand new IT/IP platform, can be used. Esports coverage setups can be very intricate, as they include many cameras, screen management, augmented or virtual reality, all with low latency requirements. Usually, both a broadcast and a presentation switcher are used, as there is a local audience watching the show live and a remote audience watching the show using the internet. Here, the KAIROS processing platform is handling both tasks, being used at the same time for mixing camera signals and feeding video contents to various displays. Let's go more into the details of this particular esports setup. The AWUE4, which are compact 4K PTZs, used to capture the wide-angle headshots of the 4 players. The AWUE150, which are top-tier 4K PTZ cameras, were integrated on dollies, totems, the truss, and on tripods. It is also unique in supporting the 3D protocol, making it possible to feed positional camera data for augmented reality. The new 8K ROI system, consisting of an 8K camera, provided up to 5 Full HD live crops. Finally, the AK UC4000 studio cameras to capture the action in 4K. All of these cameras, supplying a mix of 4K and HD signals, were fed into KAIROS, using HDMI, SDI, and also IP ST2110 signals. On top of the cameras, the 4K 60p HDMI video output of the Xbox gaming consoles were also directly ingested into KAIROS, thanks to its internal gateway. A program video was created from all of these various sources. On the display side, KAIROS was used to create and feed various signals and resolutions to the displays. The show projection was managed by 3 Panasonic RQ50s, which are 4K 50,000 lumens 3 DLP projectors. The edge blending was directly done by KAIROS, along with the other video processing and scaling tasks. For the displays, 2 TH98 4K screens were used to display the main graphics. 2 additional TX55 screens, this time in Full HD, were placed near the players to display some animations that were fed from the KAIROS internal media players. Additionally, 2 55-inch type screens were used to display the multi-viewers for the KAIROS operator. The KAIROS IP platform, which is based on a unique development that relies upon CPU and GPU processing power, ran on only one single 1RU server to mix and manage all of these contents. This is an incredible achievement, especially since the processing time is only 1 frame. KAIROS is resolution and format independent, and also offers true uncompressed video processing, uncompressed 4K inputs, PTP synchronization, and full support of baseband and IP signals such as SDI, HDMI, ST2110, and NDI. In short, KAIROS is at the heart of this esports setup, ingesting and mixing all of the inputs, adding the graphics and driving various 4K and HD contents. KAIROS can meet any requirements and will soon become commonplace within any kind of live video production environment, as it can be used as a switcher, a pixel processor, a screen manager, and much more.
Okay. So hopefully it played okay for all of you. And I guess we have now some time for the QA session. And if, again, the video was not with a proper quality for you, please feel free to follow the link from the chat comment to watch it on YouTube later on.